Namaste and good morning and welcome to another edition of Yoga with Adrian. And today we're going to explore something a little bit more vigorous. We're going to be working a lot on our shoulders, doing a lot of chaturangas. So if you don't already know how to do a chaturanga, do feel free to check out my tutorial video on chaturanga in the how-to section. And we're also going to explore how to go to a Bakasana today, and it's just going to be a lot of work. So if you feel tired at any point in time, just feel free to pause the video and go to child's pose, take as long a break as you need, and then after that click to continue and take as many breaks as you need. And if you need to, just do as much as you can today, and you can always come back and review the video and continue with the rest of the workout. Now with that said, let's do a little bit of hip opening first. So let's come down to a lying down position with the knees bent, and then just rolling the body down to the ground, making sure the neck is relaxed, shoulders relaxed. And from here, let's just put our heels together and open up our knees to the side, closing our eyes, and we will do our centering here. So while we're centering, we're also using gravity to help us stretch the front of our hip flexors, especially if you've been sitting down for some time. It's going to be pretty tight. So from here, just inhale deeply through the nose, letting the breath flow down the throat, filling the lungs completely. And as you exhale, just feel all the tension, all the tiredness from the body flowing out with every exhalation. With every inhalation, just feel the ribcage slowly expanding, the spine lengthening, letting the breath flow all the way to the hip flexors, feeling it warming up over your hip area. And as you exhale, just feel all the tightness flowing up from the body, feeling the shoulders relax, the mind slowly becoming a little bit more calm. After a while, you'll feel the hip flexors gently start to stretch out and the knees being able to drop a little further to the ground. Keep making sure that the heels are together. 2 more deep breaths. Feeling the breath now becoming light and relaxed. 1 more deep breath. The mind's already becoming clear and the heart rate steady. And from here, gently bring your hands to your thighs and close your knees back together again. Now let's warm up our right hip joint. Bring the right knee to the chest. Gently make big circles with the right knee. So what we're looking for is big circles with the knee, getting a lot of rotation in the hip joint, getting a lot of blood flow, getting a lot of circulation in, warming up the joint for our practice ahead. 2 more breaths, circling outwards, big circles, just take your time. 1 more deep breath. And from here, let's reverse and circle the opposite direction, making it slow but getting a full range of motion into the hip joint. 2 more rounds. And 1 more round. Now, from here, bring the right knee to the chest and then extend the toes up to the sky. You can either reach for your calf or your ankles and pull the knee towards the chest as close as you can, getting a gentle stretch in the back of the hamstrings. And then from here, you can just gently close your eyes. And remember, you can always switch on your favorite music to accompany your exercise so that you feel that you're in a regular class with me, with your favorite music playing in the background, relaxing your whole body, stretching out your legs. 2 more deep breaths. 1 more breath. And from here, let's gently place the right foot back down on the ground and bring the left knee up to the chest. And remember, we're doing big hip circle, so we're using the knee to rotate outwards. Do it slowly, making sure that the hip joint is nice and fully stretched out. Getting a lot of circulation there. Taking deep breaths as we do those big knee circles. One more circle, and from here, reverse. Now we're circling the opposite direction, out and in, making sure it's slow and deliberate. Getting a lot of circulation there. One more circle, and now bring the left knee to the chest. Extend the left foot all the way up to the sky, and we can hold the back of the calf or your ankles, depending on where you can reach. Or if you're really tight, feel free to hold behind the knee. Now just stretch the left knee to the chest, closing your eyes, enjoying that soft music that you picked for yourself, and breathing in deeply, making sure that as you stretch, your hamstrings are nice and relaxed. What we're trying to do is trying to bring the knee to the chest. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Now from here, gently place the left knee back on the ground. Now we've stretched the front of our hip flexors. We're warmed on the hip joints. Now we're going to stretch the back of our hip. So let's bring both the knees to the chest. Open up the knees just slightly wider than the body. Now, pointing the feet, the heels up to the sky, we're going to reach in, grabbing near the heel section and making sure that the ankle and the knee is in one line. And we're going to just press our knees into the ground, making sure that the knees are slightly away from the body, using some strength to really pull the knees as close to the ground as possible, getting a nice deep stretch in the back of the hip joint and the glutes and the lower back. Remember to keep breathing in gently and deeply so that you allow your breath to relax your body so you're able to stretch your joint a little more. Just close your eyes. Feel your breath. Relaxing to your favorite music. 2 more deep breaths. 1 more breath. And from here, gently release your hands, put your feet back on the ground, and slowly turn the whole body to the right hand side, resting the head on the right arm for a breath. Make sure you inhale deeply, getting enough oxygen to the brain first, and then using the left hand to gently push yourself back up into a seated cross-leg position. From here, let's warm our spine up. We'll warm our hips. Now let's move on to our spine. Now, in your all-four position, let's just do a few rounds of cat and cow to warm our spine and really stretch out our shoulder blades. So as we inhale, let the breath expand the chest and lifting the hip up to the sky, chest facing forwards. As you exhale, slowly walk with the breath. Allow the body to curl in along with the breath, tucking the chin in. Inhale, let's arch the spine, lengthen the spine, push the hips up to the sky. Exhale, sucking the belly round the spine, tucking your chin in, looking at your belly button. And inhale, arch, stretch out the shoulder blades, push the hips up. Exhale and round. Feeling the stretch in your spine. Last 2. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And last 1. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Now from here, holding the cat pose and making sure we're breathing and tucking our belly in. Bring the right knee to the chest as close as you can, holding the feet off the ground, engaging the abdominals, and we keep breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, right knee down. And then inhale back to neutral, taking in one deep breath to reset your body position. Now, left hand side. Exhale and curl in the spine. Bring the left knee to the chest, tucking the chin in, using your abdominals to bring the knee up as close to your chest as possible. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale the left knee down. And from here, let's sit back into a nice child's pose to stretch the lower back, stretching the shoulders out. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And from here, let's warm our shoulder blades up. So from child's pose, inhale, come up to all 4. And then as you exhale, just do a half chaturanga, hugging the elbows in, chest facing forwards, gazes forwards. Exhale, and we sit back all the way to a child's pose. And let's do 9 more. Inhale, up to all 4. Exhale, drop the chest halfway, hugging the elbows in. Exhale, sit back all the way, child's pose. We're warming our shoulder blades up. Inhale, up. And as you exhale, hug the elbows in. And all the way back, child's pose. Let's keep going. Inhale, all 4. Drop the chest halfway. And sit back, child's pose. 6 more. Inhale, up to all 4. Keep going forwards, not too low. Make sure you're always under control. And let's keep going. Up to all 4. Hug the elbows in. Dropping the chest down. And then sitting back all the way. Last 4. Inhale up. And dropping the chest halfway. Sitting back to the heels. And almost there. Forward. Drop the chest halfway. Strong through the shoulders. Hugging the elbows in. Make sure don't let your elbows flow out as we keep going. And exhale back. And last one. Inhale up. Looking forward. Halfway. And all the way back. Child's pose. And catch your breath in child's pose. 2 more deep breaths. 1 more breath. Now from here, let's come up to all 4. Tuck in our toes and push back into a nice downward facing dog. Palms firm on the ground, stretching the shoulders back, looking towards the toes. Pushing the hips up. Let's stay here for 2 breaths to just really reset our body and stretch it out. 1 more deep breath. And from here, let's step the right leg all the way forwards to the front of the mat. Left leg forwards. Exhale and fold. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders. And from here, let's gently just bring the arms behind the head, holding the back of your elbows. And just gently, just rock your body side to side in a ragdoll. Just relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the lower back and the hamstrings for a few rounds. Keep breathing gently. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And from here, release the hands as we inhale. Gently let the spine, let the breath roll up through the spine, up through the chest, and all the way up to the fingers, extending the spine and shoulders long, letting the breath reach the fingers. Exhale, palms to your heart. Okay, let's begin with 2 rounds of sun salutations. We will also do a little bit of extra vinyasa in between to make sure we get a full body workout today. So if you get tired after 1 round, feel free to pause the video. You can go to Bakasana to really get a full rest if you're very tired, or just a child's pose if you just need to grab a few quick breaths. Okay, let's begin. Palms to the heart, and then inhale with the spine straight, the body straight. Now inhale and lift your fingers up to the sky, lengthening the spine, expanding the chest up. And as we exhale, sit back halfway into a chair pose, keeping the gaze forwards. Stay here for 2 breaths. breathing in deeply, sitting the hip back like you're on your chair. One more breath, and then exhale. Let's push the hips back and relax the fingers to the ground. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders. Now, from here, palms on the shin. Make sure we're pushing our shins. Inhale, use your palms. Inhale, use your palms to push your chest forwards, looking forwards, and then slowly lengthening the hamstrings to push the hips back, getting a nice length to the spine. 2 deep breaths here. 1 more deep breath. And from here, exhale, fingers to the ground. From here, the right leg, 1 big step back. And then we're extending our right thigh to the back, lifting the chest forwards. Let's use this time to lengthen our whole body. 2 deep breaths. With every inhalation, try to broaden the chest, lengthen the spine, pushing the hips back. 1 more breath. Now, let's extend our right thigh a little bit more back, dropping the right knee on the ground, pointing the toes to the back. From here, carefully, 2 hands on your knee to lift the chest up as high as you can. And then we're sinking our hip lower, lifting the chest up, sinking our hip lower. And then finally, the hands up to a crescent moon, Anjaneyasana, looking up to the sky, welcoming the sun, holding here for 5. Keep sinking the hip down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, the palms down on the ground, tucking the back foot, and let's step back into a nice downward facing dog position. So making sure the palms are firm, we're pushing our chest towards our toes. Now we're lifting the right leg up into a nice 3-leg downward dog. And from here, inhale, let's come forward into a plank. Bringing the right knee to the right shoulder, looking forwards. And we're holding here for 2 deep breaths. 1 more deep breath. And from here, step the right leg back to a plank. And then down into a chaturanga. Flip the toes, inhale, up to an outward facing dog. Strong through the shoulders. Exhale, we go back to a downward facing dog. Catching 1 deep breath here. 2, stretch out our body, warm up the shoulders. Now from here, the right leg up, 3-leg downward dog. Bend the right knee, open up the right hip to the side, warming up our hips. Hold here for 2 deep breaths. 1 more breath. Now bring the right foot all the way forwards to the front. Left foot forwards. Exhale and fold. Now, palms on the shin. Inhale, stretch the chest. Push the hip back. Lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold. Now, deep knee bend, stomach to the thigh. Lift the chest up, chair pose, looking forwards. 2 more deep breaths. 1 more breath. Now inhale, straighten the legs, lift the chest up, hands up to the sky. Exhale, palms to your heart. Let's warm up our other side. Inhale, hands up to the sky, palms parallel to each other. And then exhale, let's sit back halfway, chair pose. A little quicker now, 1 deep breath. And then we push the hips back, fingers on the ground, palms on the shin. Inhale, push the hips back, chest forwards. Exhale and fold. From here, left leg, 1 big step back. And remember, we're lengthening our left thigh to the back. And then stretching our chest forwards, gazes forwards. Holding here for 1 more deep breath. Now from here, let's stretch the left thigh out a little more, dropping the left knee, pointing the left toes back, 2 hands on the right knee. Now lift the chest up, stretch out the spine, sink the left hip lower, stretch the spine more. And inhale, hands up to the sky, and chest up to the sky, crescent moon. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, palms on the ground, right leg step back, downward facing dog. Stretching our shoulders long, pushing our hips up, and pushing our chest towards our toes. Now, from here, the left leg up, 3-leg downward dog. And we're going to bring our left knee to the left elbow. Gaze is forwards, holding here strong for 2 deep breaths. 1 more deep breath. And then step the left leg down. And down the chaturanga. Flip the toes, inhale, up. Upward facing dog, chest broaden. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Resetting your feet if you need to. Lifting the left leg up, 3-leg downward dog, bending the left knee, opening up the hip to the left hand side. Slight hip stretch here. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Now from here, let's step the left foot all the way to the front. Step the right foot forwards. Exhale and fold. Now, hands on the shin. Inhale, lift the chest. Push the hips back, lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold. Inhale, let's roll the spine up. Stretching the hands up to the sky, lifting the chest. Exhale, palms to your heart. Now from here, we're going to do a little bit stronger. Inhale, lifting the hands up to the sky, lengthening the spine, lengthening the shoulders. Exhale, pushing the hips back, fingers to the ground. Now from here, we step the right leg 1 big step back, extending the right thigh to the back, and we're placing the right hand down on the ground in line with our left foot. Open up the chest, extend the left fingers to the front, turn the chest, look up to the sky, extending the right leg back, giving a nice stretch to the body for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, the left hand down, left leg step back, downward facing dog. Back. Now, the right leg up, 3-leg downward dog, and let's add in a bit of intensity. From here, we're going to bring the right knee into the left elbow. So crossing over, trying to reach the right knee, reaching the left arm, looking forwards, holding here for 2 breaths, holding here for 1 breath, and then we're stepping back into a nice 3-leg downward dog, and come forward, touching right knee to right elbow. 1 more breath. Pushing back. 3-leg downward dog. 1 more time. Right knee to the left arm. Looking forward. Hold for 2 breaths. 1 more breath. And then foot down. And we go to a nice chaturanga. Flip the toes. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Holding here for 2 breaths. Warming the shoulders up. 1 more breath. Exhale. Push back. Downward facing dog. Stretching shoulders back. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Now, from here, let's step the right foot outside the right hand into a nice lizard pose, walking the hands forwards, stretching our shoulders out, and pushing our hips back, pushing our left thigh back, hands forwards, looking forwards, holding here for 2 breaths. Hold for 1 breath, and from here, hands back to the feet, stepping back, downward facing dog. And then we step the right leg forwards, left leg forwards, exhale and fold. Inhale, rolling the spine up, stretching the fingers up to the sky, lengthening the spine. Exhale, hands to your heart. Now from here, let's do the left hand side. Inhale, hands up to the sky, lengthen the chest, stretching the fingers up. Exhale, push the hips back, fingers to the ground. From here, the left leg, 1 big step back, stretching the left thigh back. Now from here, left hand on the ground, open up the chest, and then we're stretching our right hand, over to the front, arm next to the ear, twist the chest, look up to the sky, extending the left thigh back. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale the right hand down, right leg step back to downward facing dog. Getting some length in the body. Now from here, the left leg up, 3 leg downward dog. Bringing the left knee to the right arm. And then we're looking forward. Hold for 2 breaths. Hold for 1 breath. Go back, 3 leg downward dog. And now, inhale, come forward. Left knee, left elbow, looking forwards. Warming up our wrist, warming up our core. Push back, 3 leg downward dog. 1 breath here, and now let's bring left knee to the right arm. And we're looking forwards. 2 deep breath. 1 deep breath. From here, step back into a nice plank. Chaturanga. Flip the toes, upward facing dog. 2 deep breath. 1 more deep breath. Exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Now from here, let's step left foot all the way to the outside of the mat next to the left hand. Extending the right thigh back, looking forwards, walking our hands forwards, stretching the hip out in a nice simple lizard position. Stretching the right thigh back and holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly walk the hands back. Step the left leg back, downward facing dog. From here, step the left leg forwards, step the right leg forwards. Exhale and fold. Inhale, we roll the spine up. Stretching the fingers up to the sky. Inhaling and exhaling, hands to the heart. This round we're going to add in a little bit more core and shoulder work. Inhale, lifting the chest up, extending the shoulders long, lifting the chest up to the sky. Exhaling, pushing the hips back, fingers to the ground. From here, the right leg back, left leg back, push back into a downward facing dog. Now from here, we're lifting our right leg up into a 3 leg downward dog. And as we inhale, come down into a chaturanga, bringing the right knee to the tricep, looking forwards, holding here for 2 breaths, hold here for 1 breath, and then we push back, 3 leg downward dog. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, come forward, right knee to your right tricep, and hold here, don't give up, 1 more deep breath. Now we push back, 3 leg downward dog. Stretching the shoulders back. Now inhale, let's come forward. Right knee to the tricep, looking forward. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath, and then exhale, push back. 3 leg downward dog. Stepping the right foot down, knee down on the ground, and stretching back into a child's pose. To catch your breath before we do the other side. One more breath. And now inhale, let's come back up into a downward facing dog. And let's do the other side. From downward facing dog, left leg up, 3 leg downward dog. Now inhale, come forward into a chaturanga, the left knee on your left tricep, we're looking forwards, holding the arms strong, hugging the elbows in, and holding for 1 more breath. Exhale, and we push back to a 3 leg downward dog, catching our breath here. Now let's get ready. Round 2. Inhale, come forward, chaturanga, left knee to the tricep, looking forwards, arms strong, squeezing the elbows in. Hold for 2 breaths. 1 more breath. Now push back, 3 leg downward dog, and catch 1 deep breath here. And let's do our final round. Don't give up. Inhale, chaturanga, left knee to tricep. Hold here for 2 deep breaths. 1 more deep breath and step back into a plank. Chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. The knee down and let's go to child's pose to catch our breath. Now from here, let's come into a yogi squat to prepare for our first try of Bakasana. Now you want your feet to be pointing out 45 degrees. Now the heels as close as you can manage. So if your heels can touch, awesome. And we want to make sure that the heels are on the ground. If you have trouble maintaining the heels on the ground, feel free to widen out the feet as much as you need. But the whole foot have to be firm on the ground. Now from here, let's press our triceps into the thigh, pressing the palms close to your heart. Push against the thighs to lift the chest up. Look forward so that the spine's straight. And then we want to squeeze the thighs back into the arms. Now from here, we're going to place our palms on the ground. And make sure that the hands are shoulder width apart. From here, we're just going to bring our heels off and lean forward. The gaze is slightly forwards. And we're just going to hold here to warm our shoulders up. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And from here, exhale. Let's sit back on the heels. Back into our prayer hand, straightening up the spine, and we're maintaining this position while we're catching our breath. Now let's begin with our 1 toe off the ground. So let's bring the hands back down on the mat. Remember, it's shoulder width apart, chest forwards. We're just going to lift our heels up. So remember, it's a arm balance, not arm strength. So we're going to use our body weight to lean forward until you're on your tippy toes and you feel that your right toe wants to come off the ground. And let's hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the right foot down and let's sit back into a nice yogi squat. Catching our breath here, preparing for the other side. So let's hold here, 2 deep breaths. Make sure we recover our energy. Let the breath reach all the way to the bottom of the lungs. 1 more breath. Now let's do the left hand side. Hands down. Remember, push against the thighs pressing in. Lean forwards. Left toe up. Squeezing everything in. And holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And left foot down and let's sit back onto our yogi squat. So if you're very tired after this, feel free to pause the video and then practice a few rounds of this. And once you're done, we're ready to go to a full Bakasana. So from the same position, remember, yogi squat, hands down, looking forward, chest forwards. We're just going to lean our body weight forwards. Leaning forwards until you feel the right toe is going to come off. The left toe is off. Looking forwards. Press the toes together. And let's stay here for as long as you can. As long as you can. And once you're done, you can gently just release your feet back down on the ground and going back into a yogi squat. And you can pause the video, try a few more rounds. And once you're done, let's come back down into a nice seated position to finish off with our cooling down. Come back into a simple bend knee sitting position. Now we did a lot of compression, so what we want to do is stretch out the front of our body. So let's gently roll the body down to the ground, walking our heels in as close to the hips as possible. feet facing forwards. From here, just squeeze the butt to push the hips out as much as you can. And then you can walk your hands underneath the hips to push it up a little bit more, squeezing the thighs in. Just a simple stretch. Keep breathing and pushing the hips up. Just a few more breaths, feeling the extension in the front of the body. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And from here, gently drop the hips down to the ground. Bring the knees into the chest. Hug the knees. Hug your elbows around your knees. And gently feel the stretch in the lower back. 1 more deep breath. Now from here, we're going to just drop the feet to the ground. Cross the right leg over the left, like how we cross our legs when we sit down. And then we drop both the knees to the left hand side. Bringing both knees as close to the chest as possible. And using the left hand to press down on the knee. From here, we turn from the belly, open up the chest up to the sky. And then we're placing our right palm down on the ground at shoulder level. And looking over to our right hand. Getting a nice deep stretch in our hip and our lower back. You can just close your eyes, listening to your favorite music, enjoying the release of all the tension in the shoulders, in the chest, in the abdominals and the hips. Thanking yourself for all the work that you did today. And 1 more deep breath. Now, inhale, bring both knees back up to the center. And then let's change to crossing the left over the right. And dropping both knees to the right hand side. Now, from here, we're going to bring both the knees as close to your chest as possible. Using the right hand to press down on the knee. And then turn from the belly. Get both shoulder blades on the ground. Open up the left hand at shoulder level. And looking to your left hand. Making sure that your feet are relaxed on the ground. Your right hand's pressing down strongly. Giving you a good stretch at the hip and the lower back. Two more breath. 1 more breath. Now from here, inhale, release the knees. Make the knees parallel. Bring the whole body to the Now from here, inhale, bring both the knees back up to the center. Now uncross the legs and extend both the feet all the way to the front of the mat. Open up the feet mat width apart. Relaxing the feet, letting the feet point out to the side. And relaxing your thighs, relaxing your belly, relaxing your chest. And then making sure you're pulling and dropping your shoulders down so that your neck is relaxed. Palms facing the sky, slightly away from your hips. Fingers slightly curled, and let's tuck the chin in, lift the head an inch off the ground, and dropping it again to relax the neck muscles. And from here, just gently close your eyes, and we go to Bakasana for a well-deserved break. Now, from here, make sure you're inhaling deeply through the nose, letting the breath flow down the throat, filling the lungs completely, and letting the breath flow all the way to your fingers and toes, re-energizing your body. And with every exhalation, just feel all the tiredness flowing out of the body with every breath. And with every inhalation, just feel the energy coursing through your body. With every exhalation, just feel the heart rate slowly coming down, the breathing slowly returning to normal. And we just focus on our breath and our heartbeat. Two more deep breaths. One more breath. Now from here, let's just extend our arms over the head, stretching our toes to the front, bringing the thighs together. Inhale and give your body a good stretch. Loosening out back the whole body, straightening out the spine. One more deep breath to really stretch the whole body nice and loose and relaxed. Now from here, gently bend the knees one at a time. Roll the whole body to the right hand side, resting your right hand on the right arm. Taking in one more deep breath, making sure enough oxygen is going to the brain, and using your left hand to slowly push yourself back up into a simple seated cross-legged position. So we're seated with the spine tall, the shoulders relaxed, the eyes closed gently. And let's finish the session with 3 deep breaths, thanking ourselves and feeling gratitude for our exercise today. First breath, inhale deeply, exhale completely. Second breath, inhale deeply, exhale completely. Final breath, inhale deeply, exhale completely. Hands to your heart. Thank you, class, for your time and energy. And of course, do thank yourself for taking the time to really work your body out, making sure that through this period you're staying strong and healthy. And I'll see you again in the next video, which hopefully will be very soon. And remember to give me a like if you like this video, and remember to subscribe so that when I have updates, you'll be informed straight away. So thank you, namaste, stay safe, and see you again.